You own a house. Is it time to sell? Now, this is about the housing market. This is not about real estate investing. This is about for owner occupants, people who are looking at, should I buy now? Should I sell now? So we're going to just dive right into it. First question is, you own a house. Is it time to sell? And that may be your residence. It may be a vacation home. It may be an Airbnb, whatever it is. If you own a house, is it time to sell? So, short answer, if you are considering selling your house in the next 2 years, do it now. The sooner, the better. Now, why am I saying that? Well, one, if you are happy where you are as a homeowner, if a homeowner is happy where they are, they like where they live, and they make that you can afford the payments, you should stay. Okay, you don't move out of your home because the market says you should sell. Okay. But if you've been thinking about moving, you're thinking about, let's say you may be thinking about downsizing or relocating or whatever, if selling your home when you can get the most amount of money for it is important to you, we have probably passed the peak. Now, you look around the country and they're talking about home prices continue to go up and all that kind of stuff. So all of that is temporary. The truth is, we don't know how long this hot market is going to last for sellers. Because right now, as I'm recording this in early June of 2020, the real estate market is still fairly hot in most big markets across the United States. We don't know how long that's going to last. Now, why is it that way? Well, one, because there's a lot of pent-up demand. There's been a very low inventory and more buyers than sellers for a long time. So buyers have been wanting to buy. And interest rates are insanely low. They're at record lows right now. So there are still buyers out there wanting to buy. What we don't know is how long that is going to last. Why do we not know? Well, because when you look at the real numbers of the economy, the things that drive the economy, like jobs, like consumer spending, 70% of our GDP is consumer spending. Consumer confidence has massive parts of this. The stock market is completely detached from reality. The stock market is being purely propped up by the Federal Reserve pumping money into the markets. That's it. It has nothing to do with how well businesses are functioning, profitability, revenue, price to earnings. It has nothing to do with reality. Okay, we got nearly 42 million unemployed. As I'm recording this, by the time the numbers are released this week, we may be over 42 million. Okay. Now, and here's the thing: if there's only 2 million in this week, and it's been like continually going down, but they're still saying, if it's 2 million unemployed this week, understand that is still more than 3 times higher than the worst week ever recorded before the pandemic. Okay, 3 times more. 1 week, and it's one of the best weeks we've had in 2.5 months, right? So things are not good in the economy. Businesses are shut down. Businesses are closing, going bankrupt. All of that, a lot of the jobs that have been lost are never going to come back. It's going to change the reality of how things are happening. Consumer spending, the economy is going to contract. It's already contracted. It's going to stay contracted. Because of all of that, you have got an economy that is not doing well. Now, on top of that, right now you have tons of homeowners. Nearly 10% of all homeowners in America, or mortgage holders in America, are not making their mortgage payments. They're in forbearance. Now, 6 months from now, that forbearance runs out. They can extend it for another 6 months, but at the end of that 12 months, all forbearance is going to be gone. People are trying to get back to normalcy. At some point, all this government stimulus, the government being the backstop for all your financials, is going to go away. And at that point, there's going to be a lot of people who don't have jobs, whose income has dropped or disappeared. They've been trying to find jobs and have not been able to, and they've been able to stay in their house because they haven't had to make payments. Now they got to start making payments again. They can't make payments. Guess what? 6 months, a lot of houses are going to start coming on the market. 12 months, a lot more houses are going to start coming back on the market. And when you have a big chunk of inventory hit the housing market, buyers are going to have more to choose from. There's not going to become an increased buyer demand. So all of a sudden, to equalize all that, home prices start to drop. So if you're thinking about selling in the next 2 years, right now is the time to do it. Because right now, buyers are still buying, interest rates are still low, home prices are still high. So if you're thinking about selling, sell it now. Now, if you're going to sell, The most important thing is that you price your home correctly from the beginning so it will sell fast. The worst thing that you can do is price your home where it sets, and then you start having to chase the market down if the market starts going down. So two things work against you if you don't price it right from the beginning. Number one, what always works against you is when a house hits the market at the very first couple of weeks it's on the market, you have the most buyer interest because all the buyers that are already out there looking for a house like yours, they're going to all come see your house in the first 2 weeks. And any new buyers that are coming into the market are going to be there. After that first 2 weeks, they've already either liked the house, made offers on it, or they've checked it off their list. So it's gone. And now all you get is the new buyers who are coming into the market who might be interested in your home, and they tend to be slower and more cautious. The people that have been in the market for a while, those buyers, when your house hits the market, they're ready to buy a house. They've already put offers on houses and lost them because of multiple offer situations, which we're still seeing tons of. And they're like, oh, this is the house for us. We're not going to lose this one. And bam, they bring in their best offers. But if you have it overpriced, they come in and go like, we like the house. Oh, it's overpriced. And they don't make offers on it. By the time you try to correct the price, they've already gone like, nah, we've already turned that one down. So if they do decide to come back to it, they're going to come in with lower offers. So that works against you is just the fact that a house sits on the market. It's like a loaf of bread sitting on the shelf too long. People are going like, what's wrong with that house? Second is if the market housing prices start dropping, now you're not only dealing with time on the market, you're also dealing with chasing prices in a downward market. So if you're going to sell right now, price it aggressively from the beginning. It creates the best chances that you will sell your house with multiple offers. And when you sell a house with multiple offers, that's how you get the highest price ever for a house. So if you're thinking about selling, should you sell now? And the answer is yes, absolutely, positively. Now, can you wait 6 months? Yep, you can wait 6 months, and very likely if you wait 2 or 3 months this summer, still going to be okay. But if the bottom drops out and consumer confidence in the stops and the Fed stop pumping money in the stock market, if people get scared and the stock market starts dropping, then all hell breaks loose. And at that point, there is no bottom. Right now, there's no bottom to how far this could go. And if the stock market starts falling, then people really freak out because everything else in the economy is already bad. Stock market is kind of making people go like, I guess it's not as bad as it looks. Okay? So as long as that's happening, people will still buy a house. But when that goes bad, people are going to be in a tailspin. All right. That could happen in 6 months, that could happen in 12 months, but chances are, with all the economic indicators the way they are right now, the economic situation, home prices are not realistically going to continue to increase. We have passed the peak. So if you're thinking of selling in the next 2 years, sell now.